Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the interview area. We are here with 2019 champion Steve Stricker. Steve, just talk a little bit about your impressions of the course.
Yeah, it's beautiful. First time here. I've never been here to this area before, but it's a wonderful area. It's beautiful. The course is perfect. It's in great shape. The rough is up. It's a real good test, strong test.
What kind of golf is going to have to be played here for someone to hoist a trophy on Sunday?
You're going to have to play some really good golf because it's if you stray too far off the fairways, like I said, the rough is thick. Most times you're going to get a bad lie where you're just trying to get it onto the front of the green somewhere and two putt and get your par and get out of there. You can catch some good lies, but for the most part, it's pretty challenging. And then the green surfaces are great, but there's some severe greens that the USGA is going to have to deal with, and so will the players. You know, there's a few holes out there that pin locations are going to be tough to find, and so that'll be a challenge. You know, and so par on a few holes are going to be really good, and then you're going to have to take advantage of some other holes.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere at a Senior Open. It's a little bit like a U.S. Open, and even today on Wednesday, crowds were great.
Yeah, for sure. It's you feel like you're at the regular U.S. Open. You know, you got great crowds here, a stern test, and it feels legitimate. You know, it doesn't feel like a Champions Tour event. It feels like the real deal. So it's great to be here, and so far this week they've put on a great show.
We're going to go on the right here.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the holes specifically that the greens are going to be most challenging?
Yeah, number 11, par 3 up the hill. You know, it's severe back to front, a lot of undulation in that green. You know, and I imagine they'll move us up probably a little bit just so we have something with a shorter club in our hands to try to control it a little bit more. But yeah, if the pin's in the back, you don't get it on the back plateau, you're coming all the way down to the front of the green. The greens I felt like were a little bit slower today. I don't know if it was because of the overcast skies or what, but or if they did it on purpose. But I think there's a couple holes out there, 11 and then 17 as well. The other par 3, and even those two in general for the most part. Those par 3s where it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to find 4 pin locations. There may be 1 or 2, but to find 4 is going to be a challenge.
How about number 2, which combines a little bit of length as well as that green?
Yeah. You got length to that. I only played it yesterday. I didn't play it today, but there's a quadrants there where if you don't get in the right areas, it's going to be a tough up and down or tough 2-putt really. So. And that's got some length. You know, I think I hit 5-iron in there yesterday to a front hole location, and after a good drive. So, and if you don't hit it that fairway, you're going to more than likely not get to that green in 2. So, it's a really strong test, you know, and it'll be fun to play.
You had to take some time off. You came back, played really well. Talk about the state of your game in general coming into this week.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, my physicalness isn't where I really want it to be yet. So I'm kind of trying to play a little bit and work on that part all at the same time. And it's been a little bit of a challenge, but my game is it's okay. I think I'm in an okay spot this week, and we'll see though. You know, and the big thing is to get the ball in the fairway here. You know, I think that's if you can do that, then things will ease up on you a little bit.
Just curious, when you were out and, you know, we've heard about the illness right after the Ryder Cup and stuff, was it as long as you've been away from golf, and how many years?
Yeah, probably, you know, forever, really. It is since I started playing the game. You know, I didn't play, I think Jim Furyk's event in October I played, and then I didn't play all the way until, I think, May. Or end of April, right around first of May. So, yeah, it was a long time, 6 months probably. But that I don't think I've been away from the game. And plus, during that time, I didn't pick up a club for 4 of the months just because I wasn't physically able to. So that was probably the hard part. And then really the big challenge is my body changed so much after those 3 months. I lost, all my strength, and all this, whatever muscle I did have was gone. So that part has been, it's coming back, but it's not as fast as I'd like.
And the difference between playing, you've kind of got accustomed to playing 54-hole tournaments, now you get 72. Just a difference. I mean, you're used to 72 from years, but
Yeah.
you get away from it and kind of have
Right.
to remind yourself.
Right, and then we played 18 holes yesterday, and we're out here again today, and it's it's a bigger week for all of us. I mean we're not used to that, and usually our practice rounds are in a cart. So we kind of can take it easy on Wednesdays and Thursdays, pro-am. And you're in a cart. So yeah, this is everything about this week is more like a regular U.S. Open. You're here earlier, you're practicing more, and it's 72 holes.
We'll go to Brian on the right.
Hey, Steve, you played a little bit of practice round with David Duval. It's his first time, and your first time you won. Did he pick your brain at all about?
I didn't play with him this week.
At all?
Oh,
Okay.
no, I didn't. No,
I thought he
saw-
was playing today.
No, I didn't play with him today. Yeah, we were on the tee sheet, but I
Yeah.
don't know what happened there. But
Okay,
but
all
we
right.
didn't play. But yeah,
Well-
he's a great guy, great competitor, and it's yeah, you never know if he can play well, and but whoever plays well, like I said, is going to have to drive it in the fairway.
Great. Well, Steve, anything else?
No, we're good.
All right,
Okay.
Steve, thanks for your
All right,
time.
Thank you.
I did have one last. And when was the first time in your career you ever used or knew about ball speed?
Knew about ball speed?
Ball speed.
Good question. I mean, now we talk about it all the time, right? even 50-year-olds and guys on the Champions Tour are talking about it and trying to create more speed. I looked up into that system that Fitzpatrick was using to create
Yeah.
higher ball speeds. I'll probably order one, as soon as I can. But I guess you can't get it until August. So it's yeah, we're all trying to find that little bit of edge, a little bit of an edge, and it's even if it's 5 yards, 10 yards, it's a big difference at times. So, but I can't answer that, Jimmy. I don't know when.
Yeah, it just seemed to me it's this generation, but like you said,
Yeah.
kids that are 16, they know their ball speed. I'm like,
Yeah, we knew of swing speed probably more before the ball speed stuff, right? I mean, those two go hand in hand, but I can remember first coming out on tour or right when the TrackMans came about, getting on some sort of machine, at the Titleist Fitting Center or something like that, where you knew your swing speed, you knew how fast you were swinging it, and then all the data that the tour collects, then you start paying attention to that while you're out there playing, because it's different than when you just go and hit range balls. So the swing speed was kind of first, and now it seems to be all about the ball speed,
Yeah,
which
no.
is the same, one and the same, but yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Thanks so much,
All right,
Steve.
thank you. Thanks, everybody.